Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And you have to admire this level of stupidity. I mean, seriously, it is astounding, and you need to look at it in awe and wonder. Germany used to be energy independent. It gave that up. It closed its coal power stations, it closed its coal mines, and it's closed most of its nuclear power stations. And it relies more or less exclusively for energy on that nice Mr. Putin, who has now closed down Nord Stream 1, the main pipeline of gas into Germany. Germany is, and I believe the technical correct term for the situation that the German government has deliberately made for itself, has taken years of policy, failed to listen to all the experts, everyone around the world, people in Germany, their own teams, have all told them it's a really, really stupid idea, but they've carried on with it anyway. And they find themselves in this position now where they are, and if I may coin a phrase, fucked. So there's nothing coming through Nord Stream 1, a trickle coming through Nord Stream 2, and they have 3 nuclear power stations left. Thank heavens for those, eh? But wait, they're closing them. Well, that was the plan until today. Now they've decided that actually we're going to keep them open for emergencies. You know, like when you haven't got any gas because your energy policy was devised by morons or greens. But I repeat myself. So let's have a look at these 3 nukes. What are they going to do, these 3 nuclear power stations? Well, they're going to close one of them. Of course they are, because they're morons. But fortunately, they're going to keep the other 2 open. But they're just not going to produce electricity out of them. You couldn't make it up. Let's look at this article. And as I say, it is stupidity on a monumental scale. Green Germany backtracks on nuclear shutdown amid energy crisis. Yes, because the crisis being it hasn't got any energy. So the German government has announced that it will not be closing all of its nuclear power plants by the end of the year after all. And people have been saying that this is a really, really stupid idea. And Trump said it and they all laughed at Trump. They're not laughing now. The Neckarwestheim 2 and Isar 2 nuclear reactors will remain available for Germany for emergencies, but only until April, according to an announcement by the German Federal Minister of Economics, Robert Habeck, a member of the Green Party and therefore a moron. Only the Emsland nuclear power plant in Lower Saxony will be shut down by the end of the year, as the government had initially planned to kill all 3 remaining plants, because the one thing Germany really needs is a lack of energy. And you've got to think about this. What kind of civilization goes backwards in its technology? I mean, when you start going backwards in your technology, it's because it's the end of your civilization. And I think this is the end of Germany. The 2 plants that will remain online until April will be placed in an emergency reserve situation, which means that they will not actively produce electricity, but personnel will continue to work at the facilities to ensure safety procedures are being followed and keep them ready to go online. According to the moron Habeck, it says minister, but we know it's moron. It would take about a week to get the plants online and connected to the energy grid if they are needed to counter shortages, the broadcaster SWR reports. Now, okay, all of a sudden, overnight, big cold snap comes in, 5 foot snow. This is Germany, you get stuff like this. They need massive amounts of energy. But thankfully, you've only got to wait a week before you can get that energy. Meanwhile, how many people will die? Nice one, Germany. Well done, the Greens. The Greens, the killer of the old people. So here we have this moronic policy that's ultimately going to kill people. Baden-Württemberg Energy and Environment Minister Thekla Walker commented on the federal government's decision to keep the Neckarwestheim plant open, saying, "We will now look very closely at the results and conclusions of the stress test here in Baden-Württemberg to ensure a secure power supply in the coming winter." They haven't got one. Germany has got no... That is spin. That is a politician putting a layer of glitter on a huge turd, because they have not got enough energy to last the winter. They haven't got enough electricity production facilities to keep everything going. They just haven't. That's it. And also, a lot of the gas that they do have will be needed to heat people's homes. So you have to make the choice. Shall we let the old people die but keep the factories open? Or just close the factories, put millions out of work, and make sure that people don't die in their homes? It's a nice position to be in when you're the morons that have put yourselves in the position to have to make that decision. We are talking about a limited period of time, and we are talking about bridging a difficult time. Yeah, the bridge being about 4 months of a German winter, and where you're going to have maybe 10%, 15 at best if you're generous, of the amount of energy that you're going to need. There will be no re-entry into this immensely expensive high-risk technology. Let me say, first of all, it's not expensive. Nuclear power is actually very cheap. Once you've put the investment in to build a nuclear power station, the cost per unit, the kilowatts that comes out of that are beyond the wealth of avarice. They produce so much energy that even if it cost you 30 billion to build a nuclear reactor, you would generate 10 to 15 times that amount in electrical production over its lifetime. It is vastly effective. Also, they say it's high risk. Modern nuclear reactors are so safe. They are not high risk. They are what is known as fail-safe. Every single point of failure in the generation point of that electricity fails downwards. It doesn't fail to an explosion. It fails to a turn-off. So it is completely safe. Modern reactors are safer than gas turbine powers, for example. Gas turbines explode. Anyway, the shift in government policy regarding... So it just goes to show how stupid that the Greens are. The shift in government policy regarding nuclear energy comes after Russia halted all natural gas supplies from the Nord Stream 1 pipeline in what was initially a 3-day pause, but has now become an indefinite halt on natural gas. And that's basically the end of it. So what they're saying here is Germany has got no gas coming in through Nord Stream 1, a trickle through 2. They've got no coal-fired power stations. They do have 3 nuclear power stations, but they're going to close one of them and put the other 2 into a position where they're not making electricity. So you might as well close them. This is all part of their let's advance to the green future. Well, Germany, let's put it this way, you will not be contributing to greenhouse gases or damage to the environment in the future, because you won't have any industry whatsoever. So well done to you. I think Germany, you've done very well in closing down your entire economy, laying millions, tens of millions of people, making them unemployed, destroying your reputation. Just think of all that foreign money that you're not going to earn, because your biggest exporter is the car industry. You're not going to be able to make cars because obviously you don't have enough energy for that. So well done. I salute you, Germany. It is a very brave country that decides that it's going to take a bullet for the rest of the world. So well done, Germany. I'm presuming that when you have elections next year that things might change. Obviously they won't, because you keep electing the same morons into power. But it does give you a chance to look at these morons before you elect them back into power. Anyway, I shall finish there and come up. Stupid Germans. So, well done, Germany. You get what you vote for, and you've continually voted for it. You deserve it. This is what you wanted. It's obvious that this is what you wanted, because this is what you keep voting for. People warned you. They said it was stupid. It was moronic. It was insane. And yet, here you are. You've done it to yourselves, and I've no sympathy at all. And what's worse is, you're going to blame everyone except yourselves. But it is you. You've done this. And when you're watching Granny dying of cold, and you watch your children tired, cold and hungry, and you see your jobs gone because the factories have closed, you look and say, I wish we hadn't voted for this. But you did. You voted for it. Time and time and time again. Well, you got an election in 2 years if you manage to last that long. And let's see if you vote for anyone different. I know you won't. I know you'll vote in the same tired globalists who have nothing but contempt for you. Because don't think this is accidental. No. Everything they've done has been deliberate. You cannot tell someone all the terrible consequences of their action for them only to ignore it and claim it was stupidity. No. They knew what was happening. They knew it was going to happen. This is deliberate. So, well done, Germany. Do keep warm, won't you? We will. We're not reliant on the nice Mr. Putin for our energy. Anyway, I'll end there. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notification of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, never vote for the Greens, and goodbye.